So in the 2011 Royal Rumble, personally, I thought it was ups and downs to me. The last was I watched it again. It was really interesting. I actually liked one of the biggest things for me is just the surprise entrant, and I think that's the thing with the Royal Rumble with just period. Just there's only a handful of people that has a chance to win typically every year based on how they're doing the angles, but you get the surprise entrant or either the surprise elimination and things like that. The surprise interest in 2011 was Booker T and Diesel. Now, what were your kind of backstage reaction to, as far as them being there?
That's actually a good question, because I do remember being backstage, and I had already met Kevin Nash on the independent scene. I was a fan of the whole clique, is what I was saying. So I had met Nash, and then I just remember being backstage, and we were already, much like in the Royal Rumble, because I think pretty much everybody's kind of backstage, you know what I mean? Because it happens very quick, but you only head to Gorilla once you're like, maybe not right when you're entering, but the person before you're entering is when you kind of walk up those steps. But I just remember Kevin Nash, man, calm, cool, and collected backstage, and we saw him in the Diesel attire. And I don't know, I can't remember who I was with, but I know all of us kind of had a reaction to it because we hadn't seen, we were going to get to see Big Daddy Cool come out, him as Diesel, and he had the glove and all that. And I don't know, I just remember he was typical Kevin Nash, man. He was cool as ice backstage. He wasn't even tripping, but you could tell, he was excited and he was into it, and he was ready to go do it. And I do remember his entrance where he puts the black glove on. You hear the truck start. It was a pretty cool deal.
Yeah. What are some?
The other one was Booker, and everybody, man. Booker T is, he's one of the best guys to have backstage. There was nobody who was more fun to have around backstage because he had so much energy, and that guy would always fire everybody up, man. Like he would always be doing color commentary backstage while watching the monitor. I know a lot of people know him for his commentary on television, but long before he ever did that, he was entertaining us backstage, but he was obviously a lot more ridiculous in his commentary backstage and a little more over the top.
Yeah. Nice. That's pretty awesome, man. So that was a big, even Matt Stryker said, when Booker T came out, this is a mark out moment. I'm marking out, bro. Have you ever saw the 2011 Royal Rumble afterwards as far as hearing the commentary?
Yeah, I know I've watched it before, but I don't remember that moment. Is that the exact words that he used?
Yeah, it's the exact words.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder, that usually sounds like one of those things that Vince would absolutely hate. He hates all the terminology. You would imagine that he wouldn't like hearing the word. I would imagine he wouldn't like the word mark, at least being used over, commentary for a big pay-per-view. But I don't know. Maybe, it doesn't seem like something that somebody would just say without not knowing that it was okay or getting the green light for, right? Like, when else have you heard the term mark be used on commentary?
Stryker's used it a few times.
Maybe Stryker just does that, right? Like maybe Stryker. Maybe I just didn't catch it or don't remember. But
it's definitely a Stryker thing.
I'm not, because I'm not used. I haven't, you never heard that out of. Never heard it out of Jerry Lawler or
right.
Exactly. Any of those guys. Even Bobby Heenan. You never heard that, I don't think.
Yeah, absolutely. So CM Punk was you came in the Royal Rumble. As far as the 2011, do you remember anything specific, from the Royal Rumble as far as your involvement in it?
Only that there was 30 men and only one man can win, pretty much. But I did see the. Well, I saw my entrance just a couple of days ago, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of recaps. What did you see from it?
Yeah, so that was the 40 man and so
the 40 man.
Yeah, this is the 2011
That's one. Right, I forgot about that. Yeah, I think that's the only time they ever did 40 though, right?
Yep, yeah, minus the greatest Royal Rumble was 50 and things like that. Yeah. So but this was the only 40 man Royal Rumble. What are your thoughts as far as just having 40 men in there period as opposed to the traditional 30?
I don't know, man. I guess I would say I haven't put much thought into this. You know, you've only just asked me now, but I guess I'm a bit of a traditionalist about it because
Hmm.
30 just seems like a good number. It kind of seems like at 40, you might be, it might run long, especially, you know, and I don't want to speed the entrance up to 1 minute because
Yeah.
that automatically, when you tell me 40, there's 40 guys, I'm thinking like, okay, maybe we cut it from 2 minutes to a 1 minute, but we already know how that works. I guess you could do a minute and a half, but I don't know. I just feel like the formula of 30 men in 2 minutes has been my
Mhm.
favorite. It's just the good amount of time for guys to get in their work and anticipation to build for the next guy. Because like the 1995 Royal Rumble was 1 minute and it was a good Rumble, but it just felt like, man, it just, there was no chance to really stop and
Yeah.
digest.
Yeah. Did you want the British Bulldog to win that Rumble? He was standing up, he
Oh
was
no, no, come
celebrating, and
on,
then
man! I'm an HBK guy,
Michaels is
man.
your guy.
You already know. I wasn't watching. I think a lot of people probably might relate to this, but that was actually in a point in time where I stopped watching wrestling. It was from about 1993 to the end of 1995. But of course, I went back and watched everything that I missed, so I didn't see that when it happened. But I mean, you know, I was all in the next year when HBK had did it again, and I would, if I was watching that one live, I'd definitely be rooting for it. And the whole concept of the 1 foot thing is still to this day is a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, I agree.